everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the 361 Big 3 5.0 Pro. So without further ado, let's take a look at the shoes. Alright, so as always, starting with the traction pattern at the bottom, as you can see, there is this triangular traction pattern. The green portion is rubber, the white portion is actually foam. So this is foam that does wrap up from the midsole down to the outsole, and how this performs on clean floors is elite. It has a very nice squeak and it comes to a dead stop on all of your movements. On dirty floors, however, this foam does collect a little bit of dust, but a quick wipe and you will be good to go. So overall, I really did enjoy my time. It does wrap up to the medial side and at the tip of the toe as well. It is a softer rubber compound, so I don't know if I would bring these outdoors, not to mention this foam would just wear down really quickly. But overall, it is a very reliable setup and I did quite enjoy my time in the Big 3 5.0 as far as the traction pattern goes, and that's why it's going to score a very solid 8.5 out of 10. As far as the cushioning setup, it's one of my favorite aspects of this shoe. You basically have Phylon that wraps all the way around the shoe right here, and then embedded within that Phylon is an ETPU style foam compound. It is very similar to Boost and it's super soft and plush in the heel. In the forefoot, you can see a portion of it exposed within this plate right here, and it's a lot closer to the floor up front. But at the back, you get a ton of impact protection. You have great heel to toe transition, and it's just a very nice blend of firm setup right here as far as the Phylon, and then directly under the insole is where you get that ETPU style foam. And I just really enjoyed this setup right here. It's a very plush feeling and responsive. So all things considered, this is a great cushion setup for positions 1 through 5. I think every play style and position can enjoy this setup, and I really enjoyed this setup. As far as the impact protection, being in my mid 30s, I do need something that's a little bit more soft and springy underfoot, and that's exactly what you're getting right here in the Big 3 5.0 Pro. So as far as the cushioning goes, they get my stamp of approval, and that's why these are going to get a very solid 9 out of 10. As far as the fit goes, this is a very snug fitting shoe and quite narrow from the jump. They do break in pretty quickly, but I will say if you are a wide footer, I would recommend going up half a size. My toe in a 10.5 is right near the end of the shoe right here, so it's a very snug fitting shoe. I did have a bit of pinching right here on this plate side right here. It did go away after about 30 minutes of play, but if you are a wide footer, I would recommend going up half a size and you'll be good to go. Narrow and medium footers, I think if you go true to size, you'll be good also. Just keep in mind, in my true to size, my toe is right near the end of the shoe right here. So all things considered, it's a very snug fitting basketball shoe, but it's one that I enjoyed on foot. You also have some nice Achilles pillows right here at the back, and this kind of sock-like fit at the back of the shoe as well. So a very snug, nice fitting shoe, and that's why they're gonna get a very good 8.5 out of 10. As far as the materials go, it's really nothing special. You do have some synthetic materials at the back of the shoe, and then moving your way up front, you do have a screen mesh with this TPU style rand right here, some durability and support. So overall, it's a pretty cheap setup. You do have this spandex like sock right here and this really open cell mesh for breathability. It's a pretty cheap setup, nothing really outstanding, but they do break in pretty quickly on foot. So nothing that I'm too concerned about. Just keep in mind that it's a very scratchy screen mesh material, but it's very thin and pliable on foot. So you also have this plastic 3 on the side of the shoe right here. In my opinion, it didn't really take long to break in, and it just really forms to your foot very nicely as far as the materials go. So keep that in mind. It's a pretty cheap setup, but it does break in rather quickly, and that's why these are going to score a decent 8 out of 10 as far as the materials go. As far as the weight goes on this model right here, again, these are a US size 10.5 and they come in at 14.75 ounces. So it's not overly a lightweight shoe, but in hand and on foot, they're not clunky or heavy at all. So the weight is really a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. As far as the support goes on this model right here, you do have an internal heel counter, which does a great job of locking your foot in at the back of the shoe. You have this plastic 3 right here, so on hard lateral cuts, That's doing a nice job of keeping your foot on the footbed. Moving your way down from that, you do have this plastic plate right here, coupled with this screen mesh, and you are seated housed within this plate right here. So on your hard lateral cuts, you will be good to go. You're not sliding over at all on the side of this footbed. You also have this outrigger right here that does prevent your foot from teetering over. Moving your way to the bottom, you have a decently wide and stable base, coupled with this carbon fiber shank plate, which offers great midfoot support. And then in the forefoot, you do have another plastic plate as well. It offers great forefoot flex while maintaining that midfoot support. So all things considered, I do think positions 1 through 5 can play in this shoe comfortably without any hiccups as far as the support goes. And that's why these are going to score a nice 9 out of 10. As far as this colorway goes, this is my favorite colorway of the Big 3 5.0 in this Joker colorway. Nikola Jokic is signed with them now. He was with Nike previously, and I just really love this shoe as far as the performance aspects. My favorite things about this shoe is definitely the traction, the cushion, and the support. Obviously, these start out very snug and the materials are rather cheap, but everything else is awesome as far as on-court performance goes. So sound off in the comments if you guys have played in these thus far and what you guys think of this model. My only concern with this shoe is the durability up top. As you can see, it is kind of ripping and tearing right near that ankle collar with this sock-like fit. I don't even know how this happened. I did play about 12 hours in these, so I don't know if it got snagged or someone stepped on it, but I don't think I really pulled on this too heavily where it was gonna rip or tear. But keep that in mind, that ankle collar on mine after about 12 hours of use is kind of ripping. But as far as the outsole goes, it pretty much looks brand new still. Really no wear and tear at all on this shoe other than that ankle collar right here. But that's going to do it for today's performance review. A very nice option from 361. I actually really enjoy this shoe, and it's going to be staying in my bag for the next couple weeks because it's just such a reliable setup as far as the traction. The cushioning underfoot is very plush. And then this is a very supportive basketball shoe from the brand. So I really enjoyed my time in these, and I'm looking forward to trying out some other models from the brand. I just really love what they're doing as far as their cushioning setup with this eTPU style foam directly under the insole, like right under the Strobel board there. You are getting that cushioning setup, and it's just very plush and nice feeling on foot. But sound off in the comments what you guys think of this shoe, if you've tried it out, and how they performed for you. But like I mentioned, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.